Hey guys, so we're doing something a wee bit different, a wee bit something more unusual. We put out a question on the Facebook group asking for cursed images, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to create encounters or backstory or anything
storyline or story arc,
or
whatever it is.
How for that image. I think it'll be much more clear once we actually start doing this.
Now this is all on the fly.
This is in the fly, by the way. I think this would just be a bit of fun, just to fuck about. I'm looking forward to this, and I've already got a good few ideas in mind. So this is like a quick improv sort of... I think this would help DMs a lot. Like, just it's throwing out ideas, throwing shit at the wall.
Warning first, we are not fucking comedians.
Oh yeah, by the way, so this is cringe. It's going to be cringe.
It's going to be fucking cringe.
But here, look, let's just jump into this one, will we? So, Steve Harvey... Shrek with little girl Shrek. What can we do with this?
Little girl
so
Steve
I'm going to say that the local ogre has stolen a child, and there's been, you need to come on, you need to go on to his game show of, instead of Family Feud, it's Party Feud.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're going to have like other like adventuring parties that have been captured, and they have to fight for their survival and answer the game show question, like mixture of puzzles mixed in with Jungle Run and shit like that, for the ogre's amusement.
To be able to save
the girl, and of course you got to save the girl and your party, and everyone else dies.
Yes.
Everyone else gets clubbed to death by the ogre by the end.
But the ogre still acts exactly like Steve Harvey.
Yes, that's very important.
Yes.
So we got Count Dankula here, and I like to imagine him as a quest giver. And the Bad Lad videos that he does about are actually player characters. NPCs. Or maybe you're sent off to document, or maybe he is like, the local bard that lights up the story. And he needs inspiration, so you have to go travel the lands and hear of the stories of different mad lads across the realm.
Yes.
Would that be a good one?
Yes,
I think we could put him in. And of course, something about a pug.
The pug follows along.
Yeah, the pug follows along. Yeah, that could work.
Yes.
So we have a furry monstrosity. Definitely some form of face spirit.
And all they do is sit and take the piss out of you.
Oh yeah. They
in their own language.
Yeah, it's all.
So I'm convinced that's what fucking Furby's done.
Yeah, they just they only have like a handful of lines of dialogue that they just repeat, and it's all very cryptic.
Yeah.
I like this. I think we could do a lot with this.
Yeah. And whenever they meet up with one that's the exact same, they just ignore you and talk to each other for hours.
Little Women of LA. I wonder what this one was put in for.
I
wonder what. Oh, okay. So there's already a full story about this. It's of Guys and Goblins.
Guys and Goblins, yeah.
Yeah, it's the party of the short stacks.
Yes.
And they have to capture manservants to do all this work so they can raise about.
Yeah.
Essentially just watch the Guys and Goblins video. And that would cover everything here. Also short stacks.
Yeah.
Across the board. But that's all we really need to say, do we? So, I have two sides.
Sensitive femboy Fox or John Fitzgerald Kennedy from Call of Duty Black Ops. My idea on this is like it's like a werewolf,
right,
but instead of how the werewolf is the strong factor.
So Mr. Hyde is actually the femboy.
Yeah.
And Jackal is...
So the human is the strong element, and then whenever they change, they turn into the femboy. But what would change them? It wouldn't be the moon.
It would be commissioning fucking furry art or some bullshit.
So, trying to think what would change them. Like, does it change in random encounters? Like, if they run into somebody who is into traps?
Oh, yeah.
Would they turn into a fox fanboy?
I think we could work with that. For me, I think I'm going to go for a a parallel universe thing that you go in and out of. Like, kind of like a reverse Ezekiel.
Yeah.
One is Dystopian, literally Black Ops, and the other is every furry artwork you've ever seen mashed into one.
Yes.
Kind of like Chris Chan's Merge. Actually, we're just going to merge. Yeah. So, whenever the party adopts a goblin, like in every fucking campaign ever, or you just adopt
like a random
NPC that said, "Yeah, you're coming with us now."
This is it.
Yeah, this is exactly it. Or maybe they're going undercover. Maybe they have to sneak in somewhere, and they've only got so many disguises.
Yeah, so this is kind of like the trench coat.
Yeah,
thing.
Like
the goblins in the trench coat.
Goblins in a trench coat. Yeah, but
it's I don't know.
I think that works. Can we go with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my idea for this one would be, now this is like an advanced society of ogres, but of course other races still do exist. And I'm going to say this is more like, instead of Amazon, this is like a delivery service, like fast food takeaway. But there's roaming bands of ogre marauders that capture people and sell them. So this is like a modern day version of slavery, but with extra steps. And you eat them.
My idea is, it's the way they're looking into it is a goblin captures people, but the goblin is kind of like Michael Jackson in the sense to where, you know, he's forever stuck in childhood.
Oh, and he wants to play with them.
So it's like a dollhouse.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And he's looking in on their lives, but he's locked them in the doll. Like, you're chained up in the dollhouse, and you have to like act out for him. It's like, do the washing.
Yeah.
Look after baby.
Oh yeah. So it's kind of like The Sims.
Yeah.
They're forcing them to play certain roles. Yeah, no, that's way better.
I like that.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that. So my idea for this one would be if you were to do like a wizard and skull, or maybe like an all wizards party style campaign. Okay, let's just make it Hogwarts but not cringe. So the idea is you would have different classes, and one of the classes would be, you know, the way in like the 1800s where they would get like bodies and they would dissect them in front of like a live audience and people would be looking at it. But in this one, the bodies would still be alive, and the wizard would turn everyone tiny, and they would all explore the body of one of the students and be able to be like, well, if you see in here, this is the, you know, like just do a proper biology class.
Yes.
That's what I would go for.
My thought is, did you ever watch that? I think it was on Cartoon Network, and it was called like Ozzy and Drix or something, and they were inside a body, and they were like the antibodies, and like anytime like germs came into the body, they had to like fight and protect, but it was full on city inside of like a person's body.
Or no, you could do a campaign based on that, like inside a body of a titan maybe, or something like that. Oh, that would work. You know what, this is actually a mini fight whenever you're fighting like a gigantic titan. Actually, can we go with that?
There was another show though, and I can't remember it, and the theme tune was banging, but I can't remember the theme tune, but they were inside the body as well, and all I remember them doing is like surfing on blood vessels and shit, and like the main guy was quite a famous black actor or voice actor who done the main guy. I can't remember. If any of you remember it, let me know down below.
I've no idea. I couldn't tell you.
And it was inside the body as well.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm thinking with this hyena is this is a formal invitation to join the Illuminati. This is like a process of elimination. So they would send out this hyena, this talking hyena, that would search out powerful individuals and be like, hypnotize and be like, come with me. And then they would be taken off and they would get MK Ultra'd, and they would have to join the Illuminati.
My take on it would be people who are quite high up, like nobility and stuff like that. Now, yes, I am taking this reference from Doctor Who, but like how the royals were werewolves.
Oh yeah.
And like all the nobility turn into these.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this is like reverse lizard people.
Yeah, but they're like either great beasts with like a third eye. So like, but it's all like members of a higher cult, like the Illuminati.
Or it's a wizard's familiar that's taken too much DMT.
Well, yeah,
that could work as well. So, what I'm thinking with this one is, this is like a very minor character. You have ended up in a really shit tier part of town, or maybe it's a shit town altogether, and this is the only tavern that still has any rooms available, and all the rooms are like these tiny like box rooms up there, and also you're gonna have to share it with this drag queen ogre thing. I'm not sure he's wearing high heels and he's got a fag.
My take on it would be, you're in a dungeon.
Yeah.
And to get past a certain door, this thing pops out, and it's kind of like, you know, the fella who asks the question in Monty Python.
Yes, yeah.
This is what it's like, but he's just sitting there with his like heels on and his drink and his cigarette. He's like, Slay, bitch, queen, yes.
Oh, that would be perfect. Actually, no, I like that. That one's way better. So it is either that, or this is just some form of like crouching, like a trap laying in wait in a dungeon. Yeah, like these ready to split.
I like the idea of riddles, though.
Oh, I do. Yeah, you definitely need to give him like little me this, little me do.
yes.
Give me something like that. Actually, yeah, no, you could definitely work with that.
When you roll good on a bag of tricks.
Yeah. Or, no, I'm going to go for... Now, this is... Okay, so, of course, everyone knows who it is, but I don't know if you're right to say his name because... YouTube. So, he is the ruler of a kingdom, but he needs to be portrayed as an incredibly strong, heroic... this is promo shots. Yeah. Essentially, and he rides about... on the bar from time to time, just to be like, hey guys, what's happening? Yeah. What's happening? But the bar's always like drugged up or something. It's always very subdued. Docile and that's why he's actually evil. Maybe it's like the Emperor has no clothes sort of deal going on. Yeah. Could you see something like that maybe? I don't know.
Or it could be an encounter that you have of a man instead of what are they called? Centaurs, is it? Instead of a man and a horse, it's a man with a bear.
Yes.
That'd be far more ferocious.
Oh yeah, that'd be way better. And we're going to keep the bear body.
Yeah, keep the bear body.
Head, but it's like so it's more like conjoined. Maybe this is a curse actually. Maybe maybe it could be the local druids. This was like a huntsman once upon a time, and he was chopping down wood. He's
built like Brock Lesnar, but he's got like the hands of a bear and the face of a bear.
And the local fae decide to curse him, and he's bound to the land, and he has to like keep out any form of. Any intruders into the forest. He
patrols.
Yeah. He's a guardian of the forest.
He's like Man Bear Pig,
but against his will.
Yeah.
There we go.
And now the models of our website, brought to you by neckbeardia.co.uk. Get y'all some of these titties.
Dwarf titties, orc titties, cat titties, fat titties, the gases and waist a bit. Vampires and goblins and all the buff champions and even hentai, yeah that too. Dragons, manticores, ogres and gnomes and bugbears and even more to go still. Undead and demons and then our friend Pally and definitely not 40k. Wood elves, dark elves and lizards and Megan the Slither and James the look cool as he stands. Beholders and kobolds and tyrants and only in a donkey with a frying pan. If you don't want no models, then no need to bother. We now have subclasses and teas. Also, Guardbros Book, go have a look. Check out the link to Ko-fi. Thank you for watching our videos and giving our channel a hand. But this is the end, our viewers and friends, so let's get back to the video, man.
I fucking hate myself. When you low on a bag of tricks.
Fuck, is it? It's a photoshopped cat. I'm gonna say it's like a psionic mole that, like, it's kind of like a Diglett-like creature, but it has like hypnotic mind control abilities.
I was gonna say it's gonna be like, what was the name of the egg that thingy carried about?
Misty.
I
can't remember. I couldn't tell you now.
Oh, I can't remember.
But you know what I'm on. Yeah.
But that wee egg, you carry that egg about and it just like whispers to you now and again. And it like glows up whenever enemies are near or something.
Ah. So it's somewhat like a familiar.
Doesn't do nothing, got no legs, no nothing. Just sits there and looks cute.
It's pretty much a potato with kind of a face.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have a mouth or anything, it's just got the solid black eyes and a nose.
Yes.
It can make little like noises.
Squeaks now and again.
Yeah. So we got Jigglypuff, what looks like a very heavily modded version of Left 4 Dead. I'm gonna go with this is an all guard.
When the party picks all the same character.
Yeah, this is an all bard party because, of course, with Jigglypuff you need the singing.
Yeah,
and they have to rescue people from the zombie infested mansion or castle or something like that. Yeah, would that be a good one?
Yeah, and they're all little shits.
Yeah, of course. No one's working very well together.
No.
Everyone's drawn with felt tip on people's faces. Yes. It's a very disorganized...
graffiti everywhere.
It's a very disorganized group, but everyone's having fun, so it doesn't really matter. So, my view on this is like, have you ever seen the movie Teeth? But this is the reverse version, and this is what bards get for... This is what the horny bards get, but they get a good bonking on the head with
it's horrible a cursed STD.
Third STD cock.
Yes.
Something like that. And that's what it looks like to me. It's either that or it's a weird potato.
And then slowly, it's kind of like What's the STD like? It rots your brain.
Oh,
syphilis.
Yeah.
It's kind of like syphilis. If you don't deal with it, it will infest your body and you will become one of these things.
Yeah, eventually you just turn into Chaos Spawn.
Yeah.
You kind of look like one of the people from Total Recall, one of the mutants from Total Recall.
Yeah.
So everyone knows this one. This is the most famous cursed image, and it's my favourite.
It's my favourite.
I think it's hilarious. In my view, this is you're reaching the top of the Wizard's Tower, or you're actually at the fight with the Wizard's Tower, and he uses his first spell, and it's like an illusion sort of spell, and only one of the players actually made the intelligence save, and everyone's thinking they're like, getting stuck to the walls and shit. Or what do you call them? That artist that did all the stairways that lead to nowhere.
Salvador Dali, was it?
Yeah, it's something like a Salvador Dali inspired wizard fight.
Yes. That would actually be really cool.
I think you could do a lot with that.
I don't know how you would do that, like...
In-game. I don't know how the mechanics would work.
I don't know how that would work.
I can picture it in my mind how it would work. So, for Crown Motel, I'm thinking, it's two things. I've got two ideas. One, it's, like Crown College, but no one can afford a decent accommodation. So this is where you live now in Bardskill instead of the college of whatever.
Yeah, it's just Bardskill.
It's Bardskill. Or it's a haunted hotel, haunted mansion style side quest sort of mission. Of course, we need to add somewhere in this that crying
or
one that sets people on fire.
Or see, we're recording that many fucking videos at the minute. I don't know which is which, but we did mention it in a video that will be up way later on. This could be like the setting for carnival. Oh
yes, yeah.
The carnival itself
is eerily haunted. It's actually run by if you know carnivals, finally they run like a cult anyway.
Yeah. So the carnival is actually run by cultists, and instead of you know how like the games are all fixed anyway. The games aren't fixed, and they watch who wins the most, and they take them in and try and convert them into their cult.
Oh, they maybe
who's the strongest? It's almost like a
battle royale.
Yeah. But then it gets more and more dangerous, and you're stuck in it. It's like a fun house.
Oh, so it almost turns into like a Saw movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Love how we got that from a picture of a Clown Motel.
Well, this is what I like about this idea, though. This is just spitballing ideas. I think this is important for DMs to try and get better at improv. Just going with it. I know a lot of people don't like the tween tracks, try and keep things moving, but I think being able to look at a picture and try and come up with something on the fly, I think it might help people.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's kind of fun, and I really enjoy cursed images.
So,
this is our channel, so we'll do whatever the fuck we feel like.
Deal with it.
So we have to edit this image for obvious reasons, because YouTube. But what I'm thinking for this one is...
It's a meshmite, by the way.
Yeah, it's a meshmite. Yeah, something you put your PP into. I don't know. Look, it's fucking YouTube, guys. You know what this is like. Anyway, so what this one is a Dark Heresy campaign. And the party has discovered this is the first sign that you're found a Dark Mechanicus Slaaneshi cult. Or this is like a demon pain engine, and this is actually like a titan. This thing's actually gigantic, and whenever it spins it creates like vortexes. So it does.
Yeah, but while it spins, it plays "You Spin Me
Right
Round."
Yeah, that's good. I like that. So this one, I'm thinking it's either one of the trench coats full of goblins gone horribly wrong. This is a disguise kit that's majorly fucked up. Or this is a weird druid meeting ritual.
Yeah. No, I like all them.
I think you could work with them.
Or this is trying... This is
going
into the tavern.
No, you know what this is? This is one of those like really weird, like we were talking about earlier, like Illuminati indoctrination. This would be like the head of the order of the cultists, and this is the great koala of wherever your fantasy setting is, and this is his like uniform.
Or it could be because you've been barred from the tavern from starting too many fights that you need to go in and talk to someone, and you grab the nearest thing you can see.
You literally just shove your head on Quell's asshole.
This one, to me, is whenever you're playing like a Dark Heresy campaign and one of the players has been slightly corrupted by chaos and the rest of the players need to help them.
Oh, okay.
But all the Teletubbies are the Chaos Gods.
Okay, so of course, we got Poe, which is corn for the red one. What one was Lala? Lala was yellow.
Dipsy was the green one.
So Dipsy's obviously Nurgle.
Purple is Slanesh.
No, purple. Yeah.
Tinky Winky was a boy but ran about with a handbag and stuff. Obviously, he's Slanesh.
Yeah, he's Slanesh, yeah.
And Lala is Zeech for gold for money.
Yeah, it's more just trickery and stuff, but I suppose treachery and overhanded, I suppose money can kind of fit into
Sleight
that
of
somewhere.
Hands and shit,
Yeah, I can see that. I like to also imagine, or this is like a magical spirit guardians that are all like psychic and like they all make like this weird humming noise, and they're for the most part they're actually pretty harmless. But they make everyone unsettled, and they always go like
Yes.
And also whenever the DM can't be arsed to monologue, he says or when he is monologuing, they appear. Anything that they show like videos on their TVs on their stomachs.
No, but you see, this is why I think it's good for Chaos, because then they can show like propaganda on their stomach.
Yeah. Or maybe like it starts appearing on the stomach, but like from Chaos Warp, it people's minds like shit towards it, and it's like they get like sucked into it almost. Yeah. And it's almost like a holodeck from like Star Trek sort of experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you roll up a barbarian dragonborn.
yeah, definitely. But he has to be lawful good, so he does. To incorporate Barney.
Yes. When the party helps the local orphanage.
Yes. The biggest pack of murder hobos ever decide, come with me if you want to live. They actually decide to do something good for a change. Yeah. I love that wee girl there with the eyes, and the other one just screaming. I didn't even notice. Is he fucking Bart? Jesus Christ.
When your lawful good characters just had enough shit thrown at them in this campaign, they're just
fuck you guys. I'm gonna go for it. This is a yearly tournament, and it's kind of like a Roman gladiator arena, and they take animals and beasts and fighters from all over the land. It's kind of like an Olympic Games, and all types just show up for like a big, huge battle royale style fight. Yeah, you can put in whatever you want.
Yeah, no, that would be good too.
So my idea for this one is when you show up at a time, no one's there. It's kind of like a ghost town. It's like Chernobyl, but it's only been like 2 weeks, and you're exploring about, and you finally get to the butchers, and you find a dog that has become sentient, like a tiny pet. And you know what's happened. He's turning all the townspeople into sausages. But I like to imagine that the rest of the town is also full of other like awakened
animals that have become sentient.
Yeah, a sentient awakened.
So there's like a cat behind the bar.
Yeah,
but like not like a cat girl, like an actual cat.
But he has to have like that Scottish accent, like the cat from
The Voices.
The Voices, yeah.
Yes.
And they all have to, and the dog has to be like, you want some sausages? You like sausages? Yeah. You can have a few sausages. So, this was highly experimental for us.
Yeah.
I just kind of thought of the idea, and I thought it was kind of a cool idea, and I love cursed images, and why not be able to incorporate that as well with
what we do.
I just thought it would be a really fun idea. Of course, if you have any of your own ideas of how you would interpret any of the images,
yes.
It's kind of like there's a thing on TG where people would post images and then people would write stories around them.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like a similar vein of that, but strictly with cursed images.
Yes.
We might try and do something more proper down the road. There was one other one I was thinking we could do, maybe instead of events or things or backgrounds, I was thinking maybe heavy metal album covers, but they need to be like campaign cover art. So what would the campaign be based about?
Yes.
From a heavy metal album cover.
That would be good.
So if you have any of your own album covers that you think, we definitely need to put that one in. I think, an easy one would be maybe Saint Anger, Metallica. That could be a Azamar, a fallen angel of sorts. Sort of, Twilight of the Gods.
I have suddenly forgotten every album art cover I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, what about, so the Dickie album covers, like a Nick going off and all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
So that could be maybe, you have to prevent it from going off.
Or the Insomniac Green Day Insomniac cover album. It's all like warpy and shit, where it could be based around like the town or the place has like nobody can sleep.
Oh yeah, that could. Yeah, I like that. Honestly, I want to do stuff like that. So if you guys have any of your own ideas, I did put up a thread on the Facebook group, and that's where I got most of these images. So if you want to be part of it, if you want to like
join the Facebook.
Yeah, honestly, and the thing is, like, yeah, we do have a Discord, but our main Discord is absolutely cancer.
Yeah,
to put it nicely, but I appreciate it for what it is, but it also is highly cancer.
Yeah,
we do have a looking for group Discord, but it is ran by no moderators, and it's strictly a place for people to find groups. The only one that we really have is Facebook. I would say, which you know, I know a lot of people are very, fuck Facebook, I can't stand Zuck. I don't blame you, but our Facebook group is kind of good. So if you have a Facebook, I would recommend checking it out. Links down below.
Definitely. And also links down below. Check out the website, the models, the t-shirts, the subclasses, all that good shit. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!